Inside the V3 kit, you will find the instruction manual, the handset, the ECU, the harness that connects the vehicle wires to the ECU, the installation kit that includes Velcro, tie wraps, and heat shrinks, a bag of 25 mouthpieces, a harness that connects the ECU to the handset, and a mounting clip that the handset clips into, mounted on the dash. Some of the key tools that you will need to have are a multimeter, wire strippers, solder along with a soldering gun, electrical tape, trim tools used to remove the dash and other car panels, and a heat gun. After removing the vehicle's panels, locate the main ignition harness to find your power, ignition, and start wires to begin the installation. The wires may also be found on the fuse box, depending on the vehicle specification. Use a multimeter to test your wires. The power wire will register approximately at a constant 12 or 24 volts in any key position. The ignition wire should register at approximately 12 or 24 volts only when the key is in the on and start positions. The starter wire will register approximately 12 or 24 volts only when the key is in the start position. Once you have located your 3 wires, use a stripper to strip the wires. When stripping the power wire, make sure the stripper does not come in contact with any metal component to avoid shorting out the power wire. On the V3 harness, the red wire is your power, the white is ignition, the green is your tach. Your tach signal will also be connected to the ignition wire, and black is your ground wire. For your starter wire, twist together the blue and the blue with yellow striped wires using a drill. Connect your ground point using a ground ring terminal and tamper-proof screw. Make sure you find a proper ground source for good contact. You may also go to the car battery for power, depending on the vehicle specification. Make sure to do each procedure one wire at a time to ensure you do not short out the harness. After connecting the wires, solder the wires using a soldering gun. For the starter wire, make sure that you twist the 2 wires together before soldering to ensure proper contact. After soldering the wires, give them a small tug to ensure that they are properly soldered together. After they are soldered, use electrical tape to cover the connection and apply a tamper seal. Slide a heat shrink onto the wire where it has been taped. Then, use a heat gun to shrink the heat shrink to the wire. Before connecting the ECU, double check that all wires are soldered and sealed. Connect the harness to the ECU. Then, connect the handset cable to the ECU and also make sure to plug in the handset with the other end of the cable. Once you plug in the handset, the display will turn on. Refer to the manual for the activation code. After you blow into the device for 5 seconds, the display will read, "Start motor." Start the motor to ensure everything is working properly. "Drive safely" should then appear on the display. Use tie wraps to mount your harness and module in a safe location. Make sure to not put the module in a location with any moving components where the wire can be tugged or pulled. Make sure to cut away any excess tie wraps. Once installation is complete, double check your work and make sure nothing is interrupting the vehicle's regular operation. After the wires are cleaned up and everything has been double checked, replace all the vehicle panels. When securing the mounting clip using Velcro, Make sure to mount it in a location that does not interfere with the driver's ability to operate the vehicle or any of the vehicle's features, such as the radio. The installation is now complete.